to get a road march, people don't really see how much work it takes.
There's gonna be a lot of people who don't know what this means. Road
Yeah.
March Carnival, what that looks like. I saw the video, the documentary, and 16 shows, 7 days.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those shows, but I saw on one of those shows, the clock said 4.5 hours on stage.
Yeah.
Walk me through what that carnival, what that week looks like for you, or even leading up to Carnival to Road March. Like,
Yeah.
what does this look like? What is this world? Help people understand what this world looks like.
First of all, soca is the only business where you must have a hit every single year.
Yeah.
So for me, I wanted to do albums because I wanted to have multiple dimensional hits because I understood that is what was gonna put me above the rest. So I had a groovy soca hit. I had a power soca hit for the road, which was, that is the difference in tempo. One is 110 or 120 BPM, and one is 160 BPM.
65, yeah.
165
yeah,
even.
Yeah.
And you know, those two areas, but then you had a song that had a sort of chutney music for the East Indian community, collaborations, one with a little dancehall vibe. So I was doing albums. So we would start recording in like October, November, maybe late November sometimes because Miami Carnival. And we start recording and releasing songs on Boxing Day, you know, New Year's Day. You try to release 2-3 songs, but you wanted to have enough of a catalog for your songs to be banging on the radio for people to start calling you to do shows, because we needed multiple shows. And there would be so many shows, but you know, everybody wants to have a successful carnival with a big hit song.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted 3.
You
know?
Not just one, you wanted 3
wanted
because
3.
Carnival is February, March.
Yeah.
Right?
So from Boxing Day, it's all fetes every single weekend. And as it gets closer,
every weekend.
Every weekend there's a fete or 3 fetes happening.
of them,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes 2 on one day.
And sometimes you got to drive from South Trinidad all the way here, like
it
to
happens all over the country.
Crazy. Okay.
But the frequency of these shows start increasing the closer it gets to the actual carnival Monday and Tuesday, which is in February.
Yeah.
The 2 days before Lent.
Yeah.
So you now have this Road March song, this 165 BPM song. Road March is the most popular song during Carnival time. You're driving on the streets, you're playing mass, you're hearing it on every DJ playing it. You're hearing it 6-7 times in an hour on the radio. You know, you're hearing it banging because people love it so much.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when people play mass or they cross in the Carnival stage, they choose that song to jump across the stage to.
Right.
And they count how many times people choose that song.
Right.
And that becomes the most famous song. That's like Song of the Year, you win a Grammy.
Here,
that's the equivalent.
That's the equivalent of the Grammy.
So remember, and I've been winning them in 97, I came second in 98, and I wrote the song that won in 98.
Okay.
You know, after that, 2003 came second, 2004 came second. By 2006, I won the Road March again. 2007, won it again.
4 times.
You know, and it was just starting to go.
What's up, everybody? It's Maurizio Ruiz, founder of the Manager's Playbook. If you've seen the podcast, you know I talk a lot about how the music business really works. Not the theory, but what it actually takes to build a career that lasts. Listen, I spent over 17 years working behind the scenes with artists, managers, and teams, helping them make smarter deals, build systems, and grow careers that actually scale. And there's one thing that I've learned. Most people aren't lacking talent. They're lacking a playbook and someone to help them execute it. That's why, for the first time ever, I'm opening up the Manager's Playbook Mentorship Program, a hands-on program where my team and I personally help you get clear on your strategy, build real momentum, and make better business moves in the next few months. Now, if you're serious about taking your career or your artist to the next level, this is your chance to work directly with us. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Click the link below, learn more, and book your call today. Let's build your playbook together. Now back to the pod.
So it was about chasing that dream. So you want to perform in a lot of fetes. You want your songs to be doing well. And it just ended up being you're doing 50, 60 shows in like a month.
And radio interviews,
TV,
music videos,
interviews,
TVs,
music.
hosting guests as they're flying in, all these international guests. But all of what he just said happens from, you know, November to March, because right after Carnival, it goes Jamaica. Once your song is a hit, you have a passport to go all over the other ones. And it doesn't end until Miami, which is October. So Then after that, if you get any time to rest, you get a week or so and then you have to be back in the studio finding hits for the next one,
Crazy.
because some artists might be able to get through, but most artists, you can have the biggest song in Carnival in 2025, and if you don't come with a song that people love in 2026, you're nowhere.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wow. And this is something, you saying you get in 2 weeks, 3 weeks of a break, but like, this is 20, 30 albums that you're doing this in a
40
row?
43.
43 no, in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Non-stop. That's why it's time to go to zero.
Time to make one album that could set the tone for 3-4 years of touring and maybe 2 years of retreat.
You know,
I do
go ahead.
have to ask, because you run Road March last year,
Yeah.
and that was the 11th,
Yeah.
tied with
Lord Kitchener,
Lord Kitchener.
most of all time.
So it's the most of all time road marches. 2026. Are you going to compete to be able to get the 12th so you can have that?
If you ask me this question in 2020, I would tell you there's two voices on each shoulder.
Okay, back to the voice.
One saying, yeah, get 12 and be the greatest of all time. And one saying, the amount of effort you have to put in to get a road march, people don't really see how much work it takes. You have to record the song, write the song, produce the song, perform the song, promote the song. You have to really, really compete. And it takes a lot of energy to make it happen.
Yeah.
From 2018 come back, our spiritual journey became more about a message rather than continue to try to win road march. Because we're trying to win road march, you have to sing about certain things. Trying to change your message, you probably have to experiment a little more. So your energy is torn. Either you're gonna concentrate on getting the road hit, or you're gonna concentrate on expanding your horizons and singing about other things. And we had to balance that for a long time. So now I would say, sitting here today, yeah, it's very attractive to say, yeah, let's win the road march next year and get 12. And a lot of people have stepped to me this year already saying, well, I know you're coming again, and I know you're, because they think, but me sitting down here thinking like, that is the furthest thing. It's in there, but I have a different perspective. I think it's more important for us to develop our spirituality, our business model, our structure that is aimed at helping other young people in the business. It is more important for us to find something new and really and truly to achieve that. The generator that you use for winning road march and being big in Carnival, you really need that generator over here on this project. So it's a thin balance of trying to still give the fans music, but do something bigger.
And he's still young. 12 can come at any time.
It could come anytime.
That's true. This is very true. Well, give me a heads up when you're going for 12.
You want to come that year?
I want to come. My girlfriend's Trini.
You see? Everybody just want that experience. Everybody want that experience.
Yeah, the one experience.
You watched the Like a Boss documentary, so you want that experience.
I want that, yes. Well, I don't think I can go as hard as you can go.
We just spent the night.
I only say this, my girl's Trini. So,
no, but listen, we just spent the night with Khaled, and we trying to go international and find ways to, to develop. And he was like, yeah, I need to come to Trinidad. So immediately, somebody else.
When we're hanging with Tyler. So Carnival is wet. Every single person. And then we have this responsibility because you want to deliver something. Machel, has a responsibility to provide joy to the millions of people.
Right.
That's a big thing to carry on your shoulders. Obviously other artists are doing that too, but a lot of people depend on Machel to do that.
They like my vibe, and they say, Machel, boy, we need your vibe, we need your vibe.
Yeah.
But I try to get them to understand too that there's other people who could create that vibe, but I also need to take my energy to know how to cut the new roads that we're gonna travel.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just can't really,
And even going back,
right? It's hard. I mean, it's just like, even when I use the example of like old friends, right? And you love those friends dearly, but that it's just, you cannot hang with them anymore because you are going to a different part of your life.
It.
And so when you're going on this spiritual journey, like you said, I can just imagine it's just like, there is a specific type of music you have to make for it.